Welcome back, Riverside, to another extraordinary episode of ENN. I'm BK.
And I'm Marie Bamad, and you're watching the best ever show to exist in the start of this universe. ENN! Welcome to Headline News.
Let's see what's going on around campus.
Riverside is now implementing a student government association within our school. The student government will consist of a senior class president as well as representatives from each class. The SGA will serve as a group of cadets who will assist in improving the quality of life within our school.
They will, however, not undermine the school chain of command, but deal with issues such as weekend activities and core rewards. Seniors only will be allowed to vote for each nominee. Tune in next week to find out who the senior class president is. Thank you.
Do you think you have what it takes to be in the Science National Honor Society? Or even the Horn Society? Well, if you do, please see Mr. Forrest and Mr. Jobson for a detailed list of all the requirements. Society applications are being handed out as I speak, so make sure you're on the lookout. With Dr. Barger's departure, the National Honor Society will now be coordinated by Ms. King. If you were a member of the society last year, please see Ms. King ASAP on any additional information. Though, if you are a rock or a new boy and were on the society at your old school, you must bring your credentials and proof to Ms. King's room at room 307, Elkin Hall.
Hey Riverside, yearbook photos are coming up next weekend, so get those haircuts squared away and those Class A's ready and show up with that beautiful smile.
Welcome back, Riverside. I'm Jashad Dabney, and this is Riverside Athletics. Today we will talk to Coach Garrett, the head football coach of our football team, about today's game and have a quick rundown of our athletics teams and how they perform this week and their games next week.
We're really excited about having a good week of recovery with our bye week last week, and any chance you could get to play a rivalry game, which anybody else in Hall County, it's really, really exciting. We're excited about the turnout, the fan support, and our preparation as of right now. I think Johnson was a tough opponent last year. Coach Rockmore did a phenomenal job. They're very tenacious, and they got on us early last year. I think this year collectively, our team overall, the attitude, the energy, the leadership is better overall. The camaraderie is better. So I feel going into this week better off at this time than we were last year. So we'll be more than ready for Johnson.
The RMA cross country team traveled to Grant Park in downtown Atlanta to participate in a meet with 12 other inner city Atlanta schools like Grady High School and North Atlanta High School. The Eagles finished 4th out of 12 teams for the second meet of the year. The Eagles were led by Austin Erickson, Vito Canute, Alex Pombo, and Handy Ishmael. Last weekend, the Raiders had their first meet of the season at North Forsyth High School in Cumming, Georgia. Our Raiders placed 2nd overall, but placed 1st in 4 separate events. Also, our Raiders broke the record on the obstacle course and the bathlon previously held by the home team, North Forsyth. Congratulations to our Raiders and the wonderful start they have also gotten off to.
Our cross country team meet got canceled this past Wednesday due to lightning. Our football team has a game tonight at 7:30 against Johnson High School. Lastly, our Raiders have a Raider meet tomorrow at Dawson County. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week on Riverside Athletics.
Next up, we'll be showcasing our newest segment by the name of Teacher Spotlight! This is a segment for all our phenomenal and hardworking teachers we have here at Riverside. And you know, sometimes they need some loving too, man. So, without further ado, let's go over to Cadet Marin, who will highlight this week's Teacher Spotlight.
Hello, Mr. Muma.
Hello, how you doing? Well,
Well, teaching at a military school is a really unique opportunity. There's very few all-male military boarding schools left in the country. I think maybe 12 in the whole country. And being here in Georgia already, it just seemed like a great opportunity when I got the chance to do it. It's a very different environment than any other school that's around. Certainly something from the past, which I appreciate, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Well, one thing I noticed, especially with the older cadets, is just ones that have been here a very long time, is how mature they are. When I was doing my interview, they told me that they teach the kids here to walk straight, look you in the eye when they shake your hand, call you sir, things like that. And the level of maturity of the cadets that have been here for a while is very high, and I was very impressed by that. Some of these kids, I wouldn't hesitate to toss them my car keys if I needed help or something like that. Just they really seem, I'm not military myself, but the term in the military here all the time, squared away. A lot of squared away people here. In addition to studying history, I also studied classics and religion at UGA for 3 years. So I'm familiar with ancient Greek, and I love classics. So if anybody wants to study any of those things, mention something to somebody, maybe we can get a class going.
Next up, we'll be introducing our study abroad cadets that came from Britain, and we'll be asking them how they liked their time here at Riverside. So I know you've been waiting for this, but let's get to Tea Time. Welcome to Tea Time. I'm Cadet BK. I'm here with 3 kids from the Royal Hospital School.
Hi, I'm Ollie. Hi, I'm Alex.
Good day, I'm Finn.
So tell us about your overall experience at Riverside Military Academy.
Well, I just want to say it was an interesting experience coming here because when I first heard about the trip, I was not quite sure what it was going to turn out to be. So a military school in America is like, how different could it be to what I go to? But it's very different in the way that it's a lot stricter, I'd say, but that's in a good way because it enforces discipline among cadets and that pushes them to greatness, I feel.
Yeah, similar to Ollie, I found the cultural difference. In some ways, it's very different. So the leadership styles and the way that the school is run is quite different to how it is in England. But then also you've got the familiarity of people speaking the same language. They all sort of understand everyone else. So it's been the cultural experience of coming to a different country that's sort of been my favourite experience.
In the US, we say water. In the UK, you say
Water.
common greeting in the US would be good evening, sir. In the UK would be
Good evening, sire.
good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much, Riverside, for tuning in. Thank you so much, Miss, for showing up.
It's been splendid.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in on episode 2 of ENN. I'm BK,
And I'm Reba Mod.
and this has been the best news shows to ever be created in the universe.
ENN.
Good quality content, and maybe one day get an Oscar for my impeccable acting and production skills.
Alright, nothing happens.
What is going on?
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things.